Hello, Steve White, Trekboy89 for Steve Arts89. Well, this is kind of disappointing. The Hugo Awards have nominated both the Lower Decks comic, the Warp Your Own Way graphic novel comic, and the series for awards. And I'm like, don't they have any standards? This show is a animated parody of a real science fiction show. So how they're nominating it. Two Lower Decks episodes are competing against episodes from Fallout, Agatha All Along, Doctor Who. I think that's it. The Hugo nominations are coming out just weeks after Lower Decks was nominated for a Nebula Award. It's the second year Lower Decks has been nominated for a Hugo. That did sound vaguely familiar. The first was for the second, the season 2 episode, We Do, in 2022. Star Trek franchise has a long history, blah blah blah. Yeah, so I don't know what that has to do with this show being nominated because it's not Star Trek. It's a childish parody of Star Trek. It's got no science fiction, it's got no good stories, it's just making fun of Star Trek. It's just designed to demean Star Trek so new generations of audiences who watch this show first can't watch the original Star Trek, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, any of those shows and take them seriously because they've seen all of these elements of them parodied, so they can't look at them and not see them as a joke. That was strategically done by Kurtzman to try and undermine the old Star Trek, the real Star Trek, the Gene Roddenberry canon Star Trek universe, in favour of his Discovery, Abrams, Kelvin, whatever you want to call it, universe shows. That's why Academy is in his universe in the future, not in the canon universe or even the whatever universe Picard season 2 was, because it wasn't the same as Picard season 3, because it wasn't the same as Picard season 1 and 2, and also wasn't the same as Strange New Worlds and Discovery. So it's a bit of a mess where any of these things fall. There is a multiverse. They try and pretend like there isn't. They acknowledge it at times to stop people like me going off on the fact that nothing makes sense, but then they still try and act like they didn't do that for the fans. They want to convince that it's all the same and that their Star Trek's just as good as the original Star Trek and the original canon Star Trek when theirs isn't. But yeah, so it's a bit of a mess. But yeah, so the Hugos kind of embarrassing themselves by nominating a bad Star Trek parody, an animated parody, for an actual award for a science fiction show. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. I don't know how all this stuff happens. I guess Paramount paid for this. I guess they still had money at some point, but I don't know. Maybe Skydance is starting to pay for awards again. I don't know, but I'm gonna go.